What really happens to your body after eating a ton of sugar for 30 days straight? We all know sugar isn't great for us, but what's the science behind it? Today, we're doing a full scientific breakdown of the physical, mental, and metabolic changes that happen inside you. This isn't about fear. It's about understanding your body's biology, explained simply. So grab some water, not a soda, and let's dive in. The journey starts in the very first week, and it's all happening in your brain. When you eat sugar, it triggers a release of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. Your brain's reward system lights up, making you feel happy and satisfied. But here's the catch: your brain remembers that feeling. Studies in journals like Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews have shown that sugar can create an addictive-like pattern. Think of dopamine as a notification on your phone that keeps buzzing, telling you to check sugar again and again. This is why you suddenly crave a cookie even when you're not hungry. Your brain is just chasing that dopamine hit. Next up, let's talk about the energy roller coaster. In the first 10 days, you'll feel this big time. That first bite of a donut gives you an instant energy spike. You feel amazing, productive, and ready to go. But what goes up must come down. Your body releases insulin to quickly lower your blood sugar, and that's when the crash hits. You suddenly feel sluggish, irritable, and can't focus. This cycle of highs and lows leads to wild mood swings and that classic afternoon fatigue. You're eating all these calories, yet you feel more tired than ever. It's a vicious cycle that messes with your productivity and even your sleep. Speaking of sleep, a high-sugar diet is a disaster for a good night's rest. Eating sweets late at night can disrupt your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that tells you it's time to sleep. Plus, those blood sugar swings don't stop just because you're in bed. Your body can jolt you awake in the middle of the night as your blood sugar crashes. This leads to poor, fragmented sleep, leaving you exhausted the next day. This lack of rest also affects your mood. The constant crashes can create anxiety-like feelings and make you incredibly irritable. Consistent sugar intake makes it much harder to regulate your emotions. Now let's move to what's happening on the outside. Ever wonder why your skin looks dull or is breaking out more? Sugar could be the culprit. There's a process called glycation. In simple terms, sugar molecules attach themselves to proteins like collagen and elastin in your skin. These are the proteins that keep your skin firm and bouncy. Think of it like sugar, caramelizing your skin's support structure from the inside out. The Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology has published research on this. After 30 days of high sugar intake, you might notice duller skin, more acne, and even fine lines appearing faster. Your skin's healing process also slows down, so blemishes stick around longer. Let's go deeper inside, to your gut. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, both good and bad. A high-sugar diet is like an all-you-can-eat buffet for the bad bacteria and yeasts. When they overgrow, it creates an imbalance called dysbiosis. The result, you might feel bloated, gassy, and just generally uncomfortable. This imbalance also weakens your immune system and can even trigger more sugar cravings. And thanks to the gut-brain axis, an unhappy gut can directly lead to an unhappy mood. The bacteria in your gut even influence your hunger hormones, making you feel hungry when you're not. Of course, we can't talk about sugar without talking about weight gain. High-sugar foods are packed with calories, but have very low satiety, meaning they don't make you feel full. This makes it easy to overeat. Every time you eat sugar, your insulin spikes, and insulin's job is to manage blood sugar. But it also tells your body to store fat, especially around your belly. Sugar-sweetened drinks are even worse. Because they're liquid, they bypass your body's fullness signals, so you can consume hundreds of calories without even realizing it. After 30 days, you'd likely see an increase in belly fat and water retention. One of the most serious effects happens in an organ you can't even see, your liver. Fructose, a type of sugar found in sodas, juices, and most sweets, is processed almost exclusively by your liver. When your liver gets overwhelmed with fructose, it has no choice but to turn that extra sugar into fat. Over 30 days of a high-sugar diet, this can contribute to the buildup of fat in your liver. This is the start of a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. Early signs can be subtle, like feeling tired or a dull ache in the upper right side of your abdomen. Sugar also fuels inflammation throughout your body. Chronic high-sugar intake creates a state of low-grade inflammation. This isn't like the swelling you see from an injury. It's a silent, Internal fire. This inflammation can affect your joints, making them feel achy. It shows up on your skin as redness or puffiness. It contributes to your low energy levels and also weakens your immune system. The American Heart Association has clear guidelines on daily sugar limits for a reason. This chronic inflammation is a major contributor to serious long-term health issues like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Your immune system takes a direct hit. Research shows that a large dose of sugar can temporarily suppress your immune cell's ability to fight off germs. Imagine doing that every single day for a month. After 30 days, your immune response is noticeably weaker. You might find yourself catching more colds or other infections, and it might take you longer to recover. You're essentially handicapping your body's first line of defense. And what about your brain? Ever have those days where you just feel foggy and can't focus? High blood sugar could be to blame. It reduces brain clarity, making you feel unfocused, spacey, and forgetful. Some studies suggest that after just 1 month of a high-sugar diet, short-term memory can be impacted. Over the long term, this chronic state of high blood sugar is linked to faster brain aging and a higher risk of cognitive decline. Finally, let's talk hormones and emotions. Sugar doesn't just spike insulin, it also increases cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. This can leave you feeling wired and anxious. For women, it can make PMS symptoms much worse. This often creates a destructive emotional eating cycle. You feel stressed, so you eat sugar for a quick mood boost. But then the sugar causes more stress in your body, and the cycle continues. Sugar becomes a coping mechanism that actually makes the problem worse. So let's fast forward to day 30. What's the final picture? You're likely experiencing intense sugar cravings and unstable energy levels. You might have digestive issues like bloating and gas. Your skin is probably looking dull and breaking out. You're dealing with mood swings, poor sleep, and a constant feeling of mental fog. And you've probably gained some weight, especially around your middle. It's a full body breakdown. But here's the good news. You can break the cycle. The body is incredibly resilient. The first few days of cutting down on sugar can be tough as your body adjusts, but it gets easier. After reducing your intake, your brain starts to reset its dopamine pathways, and the cravings begin to fade. Within weeks, you'll notice clearer skin, more stable energy throughout the day, and a much better mood. Your sleep will improve, and that mental fog will lift. So, how can you start reducing sugar safely? Start small. Swap sugary drinks for water infused with fruit. Increase your protein and fiber intake at meals to help stabilize your blood sugar. Choose whole fruits instead of fruit juices. Get in the habit of reading food labels to spot hidden sugars in sauces, dressings, and processed foods. And prioritize getting enough sleep, as being tired is a huge trigger for cravings. The point of this isn't to scare you or make you feel guilty. It's to empower you with knowledge. A high-sugar diet affects almost every system in your body: your brain, gut, skin, mood, liver, and hormones. The goal isn't perfection, it's balance. By understanding what's happening inside, you can make more informed choices for your health. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.